A&A Metro Transportation. Never heard of that. Cool footbridge. Creepy clown face. All right, OldToNewRailfan here at Medford Tufts. Today I am taking the Green Line to Kent Street, which is closing soon, and I will be railfanning there as well as formulating my opinions on them closing it. I already have some pretty big ones. Alright, so lower line service is suspended. There will be no commuter trains on that line today, so only thing we can expect to see are trams in the opposite direction.
Next stop, Ball Square.
For people who say light rail is slow, look at this. It's only slow when it's badly designed. This is fast.
Approaching Ball Square. Change here for bus connections. Doors will open on the left.
It's busier than I'd expect on a weekend. Here comes another tram. I think. Maybe. Is it? Where's that at? Can't see. Nope, I guess that's us, I think.
Next stop, Lagoon Square.
Yeah. Kinda what I'd expect at rush hour, not midday on a Saturday. I would have expected we'd already passed other trams by now. Oh, another station already.
Approaching Lagoon Square. Doors will open on the left.
Oh yeah, we're about to pass another one. Gilman. Yes. That's why there's so many people waiting for the train. They don't run that often. They run it every 11 minutes.
The destination of this train is East Street VA Medical Center.
So the reason the Union Station takes so long is because you have to.
Next stop, Westbound.
Look up what it looks like. I mean, that would be fun. Yeah, but I don't know.
Holy cow, it's bursting at the seams because none of the trains can be in service. All the lines are shut down. That is a P&LX leaser. Train is CROWDED. Crowded. Shuttle buses. Do you know how rare those are? The one that just passed us? I have never seen one in person before. Those are so rare. Ah, here it is, the lovely sound.
For the orange line.
I should have seen that. Oh, this is cool. The Type 10s are supposed to help with that, but for the time being, that's deafening. Friendly driver. Look at this, it's almost like rails.
Train to Riverside is now boarding.
That was loud. Also, I personally think the orange line should be extended along the Needham line. It could only be beneficial. Oleander. We're about to freely go to the blue line platform. I figure I can see one train here.
Attention passengers. The next
That would be it.
urban train.
Oh, it's on this side.
Well, it says Wonderland AR.
Circle. Yes, that's the train. right, 3 minutes till the train to Cleveland Circle.
Boston College is now boarding.
Or where I'm heading, Kent Street. No blue line.
Is Park Street. The destination of this train is Cleveland Circle.
So awesome. So awesome. Heinz ketchup.
Next stop, Kenmore.
No.
Anybody home?
No.
Be able to go faster above ground, I think.
Unfortunately, we will not. We're gonna be running with cars.
Feels like we're going faster now.
Attention passengers, next stop is St. Mary's. This train is going to run express from St. Mary's to Coolidge with no stops in between.
You have got to be kidding me.
The destination of this train is Cleveland Circle. This train will run express to Coolidge Corner.
You have got to be kidding me. We're gonna run express from St. Mary's to Coolidge Corner. We're gonna have to change trains at St. Mary's to get to Kent Street. Why?
Approaching St. Mary Street. Doors will open on the right.
What one is the seat? I think this one's the seat.
Oh boy. All right, well, that was weird. Guess it was to stop tram punching or something, but yeah. Anyway, that was quick and strange. St. Mary's Street is nice though, that station. Stop strips, like I said, it's strange since there's no request stops. Oh, wait, maybe there are. We just... I take that back.
Kent Street. The destination of this train.
Thank you! Oh, hey, this is nice. It has these.
How is this a station?
Alright, so I guess this is Kent Street. Nicer than it looked online. It's got display signs, everything, and surprisingly, trams! Alright, so it has these new, what the MBTA calls e-ink signs. Oh my gosh, it's like DC, it doesn't give audio. Oh, still nice. 6 minutes, 13 minutes. Like that. But I am wondering, why did they give it new signs if they're planning on closing it? Tram. Across the street from Kent Street Station is the beautiful, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Temple Ohibai Shalom. A beautiful temple which has a cool LGBTQ flag out front. That's nice. So, the reasons given that they're closing Kent Street, that there are stations close by, like that one down there, Hawes Street, and that one down there, which I have no clue what its name is. This is a rough sketch of the Green Line east of Boston. As you can see, the C branch is sandwiched between the B branch and D branches. It terminates at Government Center and Cleveland Circle, adjacent to Riverside D branch station. It travels less far than the adjacent B and D branches. Its main purpose now is not to be the fast service, but to provide a local alternative to the adjacent B and D branches. This is a rough sketch of the Green Line around Kent Street. To the west, you have St. Paul Street, and to the east, you have Hawes Street. The MBTA plans to completely redo St. Paul Street at its existing location and moves Hawes Street westward to a location roughly between its current location and Kent Street's current location. Now, I have a problem with this. I do not believe stop reduction should be the way to go about things. They are motivated by speed increasements and also an attempt to cut costs instead of making Kent Street fully accessible, because it currently is most decidedly not accessible to people with wheelchairs. It's barely accessible for people who don't have disabilities. It tries to dump you on the street. Anyway, the MBTA decided to cut costs instead of rebuilding the current Kent Street by combining it with the nearby Hawes Street in a way. I am opposed to this because the C branch, as I have said, its main purpose is to provide a local alternative to the B and D branches. I believe that both Hawes Street and Kent Street should be kept open. I have not had time to make up my opinion on Fairbanks Street. Also, speed isn't the main problem here. The problem is that I had to wait for a train for like 20 minutes and then they made me get off and get on the next one due to tram bunching. They should be combating tram bunching and improving frequencies, not shutting down stops. If anything, shutting down stops is an attempt to distract from the real problems. According to documents from up to December 2022, the MBTA was planning to rebuild Kent Street Station. But by December 2024, with design work 15% already done, they decided to close it. Also, I am seriously not impressed with the MBTA and Town of Brookline's document archives. I spent an hour looking for the documents on their archives, but eventually just found them through Wikipedia references. Also, just realized something. Trams will often be stopping at the location of Kent Street anyways due to the stoplight. Closing it isn't gonna save any time anyways. The reason they gave for the planned closure of Kent Street was to improve speed, since it is, like I said, closely situated between two other stations, but that's kind of the point of the C branch. I believe that Kent Street should be kept open, and also, I don't want to be throwing allegations out there, but I do find it suspicious that they chose to close the station that is right outside a Jewish synagogue. I mean, I'm sure they really did do it for speed, but honestly, the fact that they chose this station, which is outside a Jewish synagogue, honestly raises red flags for me for potential anti-Semitism. Well, I'm sure they really did do it for speed. it does raise red flags for me that they decided to shut down the station out of all of them that is right outside a Jewish synagogue. That honestly, frankly, that raises red flags for potential anti-Semitism. I get that's probably not the intent, but there are like dozens of other stations on the Green Line. The C branch you could have closed. Why this one? I fundamentally believe Kent Street should be kept open because the C branch's current purpose is basically to provide a local alternative to the B and D branches. I get that stop spacings are tight, but that's kind of the purpose of the line right now. I get that they likely genuinely chose to close it for speed improvements, but frankly, it does raise red flags to me that the station they decided to close was right outside a beautiful Jewish synagogue. Look, frankly, it raises red flags for me for potential discrimination. I guess that's probably not why they chose to close it, but you have so many other stations on the Green Line C branch. Why are you closing Kent Street? It's outside a dense area and which has a lot of demand. They should rebuild it, not close it. Here, you can stand where I was. It doesn't show it online, but Kent Street has some shelters. Strangely, this one is on the opposite side of the track from the inbound platform. The platform is also insanely tiny. It's hard not to be on the yellow line, and it feels like it's dumping you into the street. Which is why we should be improving the station and not closing it. It truly is a beautiful building. There's a tree like in the middle of the platform. If and when they close it, it won't be the end of the world. There are stations close by, but The purpose of the Green Line is not to be the fastest. The purpose is to provide a local alternative. If you want a fast way to get from, say, Government Center to Riverside, just take the D branch. It really is pleasant here. Well, aside from loud cars, and the station could use some work, but it really is pleasant here. I love it. I really think they should keep it open. They should rebuild it, not close it. Also, if you want speed improvement, work on the downtown tunnel. That's like slow as heck. But this isn't the problem. Kent Street isn't the problem. I think this is part of what makes the C branch so great. It provides a local alternative to the D and B branches. This is what makes the C branch great. Closing stations in this case isn't going to help things. That was so cool. I am never gonna regret coming. I've never seen a Type 9 LRV up close. This is so cool. This is so cool. I have never seen a Type 9 LRV up close. Like, that on the ride here earlier, that was the closest I've ever come. That was so cool. I'd stand back of the yellow line. These really are genius, and they're simple and informative and just great. The e-ink signs have my stamp of approval. The OldToNewRailfan stamp of approval. This is the time I would definitely stand back from the yellow line.
This is the Grassy Bridge to Gilbert Central. On your trips, the next Green Central to Gilbert Central is gone. Central to Gilbert Central is 10 minutes.
Stop request box. Alright, so one of the e-ink sign audios did work at Kent Street. That was very quiet. You may have heard it at the last video as the tram was approaching. Just me, or during hot summers, do you like to lean your forehead on the cold glass? It's like so refreshing. Gosh, the Type 7s do have stop strips. They're black though. That explains the request stop box sign, whatever. What are those red lights by the door for? Alright, well, someone messed up, and that someone is me. My phone is at 10% because I didn't charge it last night, and I just have to cross my fingers it doesn't die on me. Oh boy, I get a feeling things are about to get crowded. I love it when the trams give us horns. Oh, that's cool. Mosaic. Okay, my phone is at 7%. I need to stop filming for now. Two trains in the platform at once. This is not sped up. How the heck is it going that fast? And there's another one that's not moving.
Stop, we're going to show you, we're going to stop. If you're done with Christian stop, then you're going to move towards to the next stop. Next stop, East Somerville. No bad.
Great.
commuter train just passed us, but the line is shut down. How?
Next stop, Medford / Tufts. Change here for bus connections. Doors will open on the left or right.
Now I'm really confused. Is train service in the low line not suspended anymore? All right, well, I'm glad I saw Kent Street before it closed, and this was a fun little excursion. There's a train at the tail tracks. But yeah, I hope you found this video informative, and gonna check if there's any commuter trains coming, but if there's not, OldToNewRailfan out.